Welcome into another edition of Mavs Latest. I am Josyah Howard, and today we gotta start here. Cooper Flag. He visited with the Mavericks this week, and fans had a lot of fun with this. So, this was revealed by a local newspaper that Cooper Flag would be visiting, and the message was Cooper Flag is expected to meet with the team, work out, have dinner with general manager Nico Harrison while in Dallas. The Facebook page Dallas Texas TV wrote on Tuesday, quoting Dallas Morning News. He's also expected to discuss culture with the team while on his visit. Um, he obviously had a great season at Duke, 19.5 points per game. Actually, excuse me, 19.2 points per game. Also led his team in rebounds, steals, and assists. Um, I mean, I love Cooper. Y'all should love Cooper. Don't worry about it. Hey, I know you're going to have fun with this. And, one fan on the internet, don't come to Dallas if you'll only get traded in your prime. One fan said with the laughing and crying sideways emoji, hinting that you're still getting over the Luka Doncic trade. I personally will never get over the Luka Doncic trade. Everything will always connect back to the Luka Doncic trade, obviously. Um, as another fan said, I heard Nico traded his steak for potatoes at dinner. Another said, lamenting Luca for the Anthony Davis swap. Uh, Dinner with Luca today, traded to the Lakers tomorrow. Another fan added. Another fan also added, "No, Nico, don't let Nico talk to him. Keep him away." Um, hey man, I don't think necessarily Nico should get all of the heat when it comes to the Luca trade, but he's the face of it. Defense wins championships. I always come back to it. Defense wins championships. Um, so I hope the visit went well with the Mavericks. I'm excited for Cooper to be here. I can't wait to talk more about him and see him play in a Mavericks uniform. Like, the draft can't get here quick enough. And I just wanted to mention, since we are on the topic of Cooper Flag, his former coach at Duke, John Shire, he joined the Ryan Russillo podcast, and he kind of discussed what he believes Cooper Flag's fit will be with the Dallas Mavericks, and he is quoted on the podcast saying his offensive skill set, and I got to see it every day in practice, was more advanced than I expected it to be. But I also thought it could grow tremendously throughout the course of the season. And when you look at his numbers, I think you could say, wow, with what he did this past year. Keep in mind, we had over 20 games we won by 20 plus points. He didn't play the last 5-6 minutes of the games a lot of the time. And in these games, we had a lead, and Cooper's passing it. He's doing everything. So he's so unselfish. That's his nature. He could easily average 20 points per game this past season with our team. He goes on to say, going forward, I think he's going to do just fine because his ability to get to spots and raise over you, which you need to do in different moments of the fourth quarters and the playoffs and all that. He's shiftier than you realize. His ability to beat you off the bounce, and obviously as an athlete, he'd go finish above the rim. And the fact that you can have to respect his shooting. He shot 45% from three in the ACC as a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old at this point as a freshman. Reminder, he should be a freshman in college now. As a freshman in college, he was really supposed to be a senior in high school. So to see this win Player of the Year, you're getting him at such a young age, and he's so mature for his age already. You know, Obviously John coached him for the season and worked with him on a daily basis, but everything he's saying, I echo. This is why I'm so excited for him to be a Dallas Maverick. And I just wanted to mention the words that Shire had to say about Cooper because, again, super excited for him to be with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, there's always the one issue that we have to bring up with the Dallas Mavericks this offseason, and It's having security at point guard with the fact that you have the Kyrie Irving injury. Now, we've talked about this before. The Mavericks might be thinking about moving into the first round of this draft after that first overall pick in Cooper Flag. They might be trying to make more moves and trying to draft more young talent in this draft. Now, in the Smoking Cuban, they suggest that the Mavericks should trade into the first round to go draft Florida guard, or former Florida guard now, national champion guard, Walter Clayton Jr. I love this. And here's why. I think Clayton Jr. is like a Jalen Brunson type. He could be like a Kemba Walker type to me. Like, I think it's so undervalued now, winning in college. I don't think it's valued enough when kids go out there and win national championships, prove they can put in the work to win at a high level, and not be valued on the next level in the NBA when it comes to draft day. Because you see, guy, and I kind of tie this back to Jalen Brunson. I think it's the perfect example of a guy who went crazy in the national championship run for Villanova, but still landed in the second round with the Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, I wish we made that deal work, but you look back at that, and you might have a situation with a Walter Clayton Jr. He slides to the late teens. You can see I think he's like this year's Dalton Connect. He should easily be a top 10 pick. He proved it in the like just watch the film. When it's crunch time, give the ball to Walter Clayton Jr. He's making that shot. And that's why Florida won the national championship. So, I think, with his 3-point ability, he's a dog. Like, that dude is a freaking dog. And at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody that not only can come in and play right now while Kyrie's out, but you're going to be able to have somebody that you could actually have some faith in and build. I always come back to this, especially with the Jason Kidd stuff. Build your prospects to get to a spot that you need them to be at. So you don't have to deal with this second apron stuff and make trades and worry about if you're going to have all these expensive contracts but not enough talent on the roster. So this is great. I think this is something the Dallas Mavericks definitely need to consider, because if they make that move and draft a Walter Clayton Jr. and a Cooper Flag on the same exact night, and the same night, if the Mavericks walk out with Cooper Flag and Walter Clayton Jr., they win the draft. To me, I don't. We'll obviously get there because draft is slowly approaching us. But man, I'm gonna be really excited if the Mavericks draft Walter Clayton Jr. Now, some quick news in the G League, the Dallas Mavericks affiliate. Their head video coordinator is now their G League affiliate head coach, the Texas Legends. They are now installing Max Hooper, their head video coordinator, as their new head coach for their G League affiliate, the Texas Legends. Jordan Sears, who coached the team for the last 2 seasons, is expected to now move back to the Dallas Mavericks coaching staff. Congratulations to Max Hooper, who is now, going from head video coordinator to a head coach of a basketball team. This is, it's obviously it's not the NBA, but hey, every opportunity is amazing. Take this, do what you can with it, and hopefully you're on Jason Kidd's staff soon enough. Like, do amazing things with the Texas Legends, Coach Hooper, and again, congratulations on that move, and I'm excited to see what the team could do with you, man. Congratulations again to Coach Hooper, and I want to wrap things up tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this, with Mavs Latest. Again, I'm Josyah Howard. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, obviously. Leave any comments below. I want to wrap things up today with some Mavs chatter, as we always do. And earlier this week, ESPN NBA Insider Shams Charania was on the Pat McAfee show, and he suggested that the Mavericks at any time could trade Anthony Davis and get a package of 4 to 5 first round picks for Anthony Davis in that instance. Um, when he brings this up, it's fascinating because it gives you an out almost of like, if you're not competing with the mixture of the young guys and the veterans, and I wouldn't trade Anthony Davis, but hear me out. It gives you the option of, if it's not meshing, then you could just fully lean on the Cooper Flags and hopefully the Walter Clayton Juniors of the world, where again you get 4 to 5 first round picks. You could start stockpiling, and again, everything's about this second apron. You got to draft young players that are not expensive on your cap. That's your avenue to winning the NBA championship. Look at the Thunder. There's not many people make that much money on that team right now. That's going to change pretty soon, but that's the pathway. And the Mavericks need to get their picks in order to get some younger talent that's a little bit cheaper to be able to honestly sustain all this moving forward, because with Anthony Davis on the roster, with a Kyrie Irving on the roster, that's a 3-year window type of deal. And when you add a Cooper Flag, that's a 10-year window, 15-year window type of deal. So there might be a point in this run where you have to say, all right, Anthony Davis, we're losing value on you. Now you're worth 3 first round picks. Now you're worth 2 first round picks. When do you say, all right, we got to pull the trigger when you're worth 4 first round picks, 3 first round picks? Because we don't know when you're going to finally break down, man. AD, I love you, bro. I love your game, but you're historically injury prone. Your body historically breaks down. And when do the Mavericks need to capitalize on his trade value for their future? Because adding Cooper Flag now changes your timeline completely. So, Shams throwing it out there, and when Shams Charania throws out smoke, there's usually a big fire around the corner. This has been Mavs Latest. As always, I'm Josyah Howard. Please subscribe. Please comment down below. And let's keep getting it, y'all.